Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at United. Caroline McAteer is the experienced PR specialist who manages a handful of Manchester United players, and she could manage her own United 5-a-side team. Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, Raphael Varane, Marcus Rashford, and Mason Mount's public relations are all handled by Miss McAteer. So gone from matchday squads. Ronaldo admitted he had no respect for United manager Erik Ten Hag. Sancho publicly accused Ten Hag of saying something completely untrue. Varane was released after United ignored the one-year option in his contract. Rashford was very publicly dropped by successive permanent managers. Mount sent his best to Lisandro Martinez on Instagram this week. "All here for you, brother," his post read. "Call it gallows humour, but maybe that is because Mount is often in the physio's room." Mount has played in 33 games out of a possible 89 for United. The winter transfer window closed. United have whittled their squad down to 25 players, the minimum and advisable amount. Yet it has shrunk further. Two of those players are Mount and Luke Shaw, physio room bedfellows. One is third-choice goalkeeper Tom Heaton, who has not played in 2 years. Martinez is out until next season. Then there are players at the back of the queue. Casemiro has played 20 minutes this calendar year, and his cameo in Bucharest last week was his first appearance in a month. United have specialist and auxiliary centre-halves to cover for Martinez, and Casemiro is 8th in line. Ruben Amorim does not fancy either of the two strikers. United forked out £108.5 million for, and they make up half of his attacking department. The irony of Rashford's daily drive through the M6 toll is there is a high probability a new Rashford will emerge. The stars aligned for Rashford in February 2016. Wayne Rooney was out injured. James Wilson, an academy-bred striker who scored twice on his senior debut, was out on loan at Brighton, and the more limited Ashley Fletcher was on loan at Barnsley. 3 days before United hosted Midtjylland in the Europa League, they dismissed Shrewsbury Town in the FA Cup 5th round. Will Keane came on, hit the post, and in doing so, tore his groin. Then, on the night of the Midtjylland match, Anthony Martial pulled up in the warm-up. 5 strikers cleared the way for Rashford's chance, and he took it with 4 goals in 2 games within 72 hours. The current United attack is more depleted than it was back then. Next week's FA Youth Cup 5th round tie against Chelsea will be staged at Leigh Sports Village rather than at Old Trafford. Every Youth Cup home draw during United's triumphant run in 2022 was held at their stadium. Leigh does not have a train station, and the tram line does not venture that far in Greater Manchester. The first team will not have played at Old Trafford in 5 days and will not play there again for another 2 weeks. Unsurprisingly, it has been suggested the Ineos cost-cutters have deemed it too expensive for Old Trafford to open its gates for the Academy's biggest game of the season. It would not be the first time Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his cabal have been out of touch with the football club they have invested in. United and Chelsea are the most successful clubs in the competition, and United prevailed in the team's last meeting at Leigh in December 2018, ending Chelsea's 5-year monopoly of the Youth Cup. The enthralling 4-3 victory was decided by the 17-year-old scorer of a hat-trick, Mason Greenwood. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, about to be installed as United's caretaker manager, was watching on television at home in Norway. He promoted Greenwood to the first-team squad less than 3 months later. There is more at stake next Wednesday for Chido Obi Martin beyond helping United into the quarter-finals. The word from the club is he has not trained under Amorim so far, but that feels a matter of time. United's attack is sparse, and players will have recovery sessions the day after games, whilst others train. Obi Martin, 17, made his first starts for the under-21s last week, scoring in the 5-0 rout of Oldham Athletic in the National League Cup. Ethan Wheatley, previously the starting striker for the under-21s, is on loan at Walsall in League 2. Joe Hugel is in the same league and at the opposite end with Carlisle. Rashford, Antony and Sancho have all left the building. Rashford only played in 6 Youth Cup ties and scored once for the under-21s, which made his stratospheric start so seismic. There is already a buzz about Obi Martin, fueled by his summer transfer from Arsenal. There was a lot of he said, she said over that move. Arsenal claim Obi Martin made unreasonable demands and wanted a guarantee he would be in the first team squad. United trumpeted the signing as a coup after Obi Martin plundered 29 goals in 17 league games for Arsenal's academy last season. We must not get too carried away. Obi Martin shares the same agent as Sancho. Ruben Amorim started work as Manchester United's new head coach 4 days before Juventus and Paul Pogba announced they had mutually agreed to terminate the player's contract. That is how long the United Academy graduate has been a free agent. The winter transfer window has come and gone without a move, although free transfers can occur when other deals for contracted players cannot. Pogba also appears in no rush, presumably because the midfielder is not allowed to play again until next month when his ban for doping ends 18 months after it began. However, he has been able to train since the start of this year. Men's Sport looks at the latest reports regarding Pogba and what the future may hold. Pogba's former United teammate Rio Ferdinand would offer him the chance to train with the club if he were in charge. He made those comments on the latest episode of Rio Presents. Ferdinand said, "You'd like to think he would be going somewhere. Surely he's got to go somewhere. Pogba at United, I'd go, come in and train with us, and let's see what you've got. I'd do that. I would have done that already. I'd say, come in and get fit and let's have a little look." Johnny Evans notably trained with United in the summer of 2023 to maintain fitness after leaving Leicester City. He has since signed several short-term contracts to play for the club. Pogba has never played professionally for a French club, leaving Le Havre for United aged 16. Marseille, though, much like the Reds are, name-checked in many reports regarding the future of the former France international, which would represent a reunion with former United teammate Mason Greenwood. However, now that the winter transfer window is closed, Pogba will not play for them this season. According to Get French Football News, clubs in League One cannot register free agents, so he would now be unable to play for any French top-flight team until next season, even if he signed during this campaign. Manchester United winger Alejandro Garnacho missed out on a transfer to Napoli due to the club's wage structure. Napoli sporting director Giovanni Mana revealed that the Serie A side engaged in talks with the 20-year-old and came close to an agreement with Manchester United. Ultimately, Garnacho remained at Old Trafford, despite interest from Chelsea in addition to the Italians. United were open to selling the winger for the correct price, but Garnacho has remained part of Ruben Amorim's recent team selections. The Red Devils could have been tempted if Napoli returned with an increased bid. Despite selling Kavica Kvaratskhelia, Napoli did not attempt to prize Garnacho from United following their first offer. The players' salary expectations were too far out of line with their current players, Mana claimed. There were many who didn't leave. "We dealt with Garnacho even before Kvara's departure," Mana explained, per Corriere dello Sport. "We made an important offer and came close to United's demands. The player wanted to be satisfied financially, but I didn't find that fair to the other players. We have an average wage level." Mana also revealed that Napoli came close to signing Borussia Dortmund ace Karim Adeyemi. We also dealt with him Garnacho before the sale of Kvara, he added. We don't want to create expectations and throw smoke in the eyes. We are sorry that everything we try comes out. You are probably good. When things change during the course, I'm sorry. Let's stay focused and not get lost in negativity. United boss Amorim will not be flustered by retaining Garnacho's services, however. The 40-year-old has been impressed by the Ace's progress since he was dropped from the squad to face Manchester City in December. He changed right away since that game against Manchester City. The way he understands things, he understands that I just want to help him and I just want to win games, Amorim said. He changed in everything, the approach when I talk to him, the way he recovers. He understands sometimes I'm a different coach and that I'm demanding in my way. Sometimes it's hard with the first impact because it's a different type of coach. He understands now that it's never in a bad way. It's always for him. I think all the merit is for Garnacho. He is improving and we want to continue to improve with Garnacho. On Thursday, he understood the position, the moments of playing inside or outside, and the connection with Diogo Dalot is improving a lot.